Welcome back to the show. My next guest is a staple that holds WSAZ's fabric together. You can see her anchor the 5 o'clock newscast every weekday at 5 o'clock. That doesn't make any sense. Please welcome Carrie Cline.
Hey!
Taking us out.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. Courtney, come on up here.
Hey, good to see you.
The staple that holds the fabric
Hey,
together.
that was heavy duty.
Well, you know, I write sometimes too.
What happens if I rust or break?
You're
The
gone.
fabric
You're out
just
the
comes
door.
apart, doesn't it?
Carrie, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for
I want to
having
let
me.
everyone know you gave us the invitation to come on your show.
Yes.
We've been on a few times, so I want to extend that invitation. Welcome to our show.
Well, thank
you for being here.
I don't know if I can quite come up with the stunts that you do when you
Whatever.
come to First at 5,
Whatever.
but I will try and live up to the hype.
But we were only on for 5 minutes and 17 seconds, so your time's ticking. So you better.
Who are you kidding? You were on for like a minute and a half.
Whatever, whatever. They said they couldn't get enough of it.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the deal. I mean, you've been at the station for the past decade, 10 years, 1999, and this is all you get. This is your reward, to come on our show.
You know what? It's something.
It's
so
something.
I appreciate that. You know, and it's crazy because honestly, when I came here, I thought I'd be here for 2 years, and that was kind of the plan. And I came to Huntington and to WSAZ and really fell in love with the folks and with the operation, and have had a lot of opportunity to grow. I was just like a weekend reporter when I first
know exactly.
came.
I know exactly, because you started out as a reporter, then you anchored the weekend news, and then you got the most watched newscast on the station, the First at 5, and it is. I ran the Nielsen ratings. You are the most watched.
Really?
News. I don't know.
Well, that's
Sure
news
not.
to me, but hey, I'll take it.
So again, what stands out? What do you think back of all these past years? What stands out in your mind?
Well, you know what? I've interviewed a lot of different people, some that are local celebrities, some that are national celebrities, and one of the biggest names that comes to mind is Tanya Harding.
Really?
I interviewed Tanya Harding one time. She came and did sort of like an exhibition thing when she was trying to break back into ice skating.
Was this before or after she became Tanya Harding?
This was after. Well, this was as she was becoming
Really?
Tanya. This was certainly after the whole Nancy Kerrigan thing, and then she was trying to rebuild her name and her reputation in ice skating. And so I got to go over to the Big Sandy Superstore Arena and do an interview with her, and very nice, very gracious young lady. The other interview that stands out, Bill Cosby.
There you go.
Be still my heart.
Now, Carrie, I know you fairly well. I know your husband, Jasper, too. And for those of you that don't know, Jasper, he wanted to be on the show today, but we have only 30 minutes, not 3 hours. He talks a lot. But family's very important to you,
Family's
too.
very important. My husband is a big ham, and so we have a good time together. My husband is also a minister. He is the pastor of a newly formed church called Trust God Ministries in Grayson, Kentucky. So that makes me a preacher's wife.
There you go.
So that's been very exciting.
Wait a minute. But if that makes you a preacher's wife, then Gabby is a preacher's daughter. And
Yeah,
that's, oh, goodness.
She's a PK.
Oh, not good.
And we're working hard to, buff
go
all
that
the
route.
stereotypes. And but no, Gabby is 6. She's in the 1st grade, and she's the light of our lives.
Absolutely.
Every day she tells us or says something that
And there's mine right
you
there.
have your 2 lovely
Yeah,
children.
there's mine right
So
there.
they change you, don't they?
Absolutely change you. Oh, God. Okay, I learned a big lesson when Jessica Ralston was on our show 2 years ago. It's been a long time. We got done with the interview, and as I was walking out with her, she said, "Wow, Jamie, that's it. It was very painless." And I was like, "Yeah, it wasn't that bad." So everything's going okay right now,
So far,
right?
so good.
Let's change it up.
Oh, great.
I've got some bloopers of Carrie that I want to show,
Oh.
and they're not as bad as you think. But let's take a look at some of them here.
If it weren't for this next story, I would be at a total loss. Jasper! Adam's trying to kiss me.
Virginia Day, June 30th.
June 20th. June 20th. We said it was the 23rd. It's actually the 20th.
That's what I said.
Right. That's
20th.
That's what he said.
So there you go.
You see why Bill and I aren't here on this
That's
set
why he's not
together.
here. Now, for what it's worth, I want to play. I'm not playing favorites. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
I have a good blooper of Bill too. I just want to throw it up real quick. Let's take a look at Bill.
Let's
Hello, I'm on TV.
Bill Murray on TV, and I again, just to show I'm not playing favorites. When I worked with you all at WSAZ, I tried out to be an anchor, and it didn't quite work out because of my stuttering ability that I'm doing right now. Let's take a look at why I'm not at the station anymore. And while the methods might be changing, members say the message stays the game. I'm sorry, stays the same. Oh, God!
Songs, prayer, and rejoicing fill churches all around the world today. It's Christmas.
And that is why I don't work at the station anymore. Punched right in the face. That didn't happen to you, did it?
No, but we all started out a little rocky. Not quite that rocky, but rocky.
Whatever. Yeah. Carrie, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Jamie.
Our next guests are no strangers to the Up Late stage. They're here to perform their song Drive Right In. You can hear more of their music at Blues Crossing Rocks at myspace.com. Right, guys? I'm screwing it up. Please welcome Blues Crossing.
Dive